Welcome back to the first 50. We're on lesson 44, and this one is a true workhorse. Meet WCA, short for word count. Two little letters that count lines, words, or characters in just about anything you throw at them. Mia keeps running into the same question: how many? How many files? How many log entries? How many users logged in? And WC is the universal answer. It's the aggregator that turns any list into a single satisfying number. So what exactly does WC do? On its own, WC file txt gives you three numbers, lines, words, and characters, all at once. That's informative, but usually too much. In real life, you want just one of those numbers, so you reach for a flag. L for lines, U for words, or C for characters. Lines is by far the most common. It's how Mia answers questions like, how many log entries, or how many matches did grep find, with a single clean number. So let's see WCL in action, three different ways. First, the classic form, WCL or etc. passUD, returns 48 etc. passUD, the count plus the file name. Second, pipe it through cat etc. passUD, such a WCL gives just 48, no file name clutter. And third, where pipes really shine, WC, L counts. Running processes dynamically, giving 247. Same tool, same answer for static files, but pipes unlock counting anything your shell can produce. Scripts almost always prefer the piped form because the output is cleaner, just a number ready to use. Now, WC isn't just about lines. It has three modes, and picking the right one comes down to what question you're asking. Use LA when you want to know how many entries are in a list. Use WI for word counts, perfect for prose or log analysis where tokens are separated by spaces. And use CI for raw byte counts, essentially the file size, often handier than LLs when you just need a number. And here's a bonus. Plain WC file.txt with no flags gives you all three at once, in one row. Here's where WC really starts to shine. Hand it multiple file names, or better yet, a glob pattern like beatmd, and it counts each file individually, then adds a grand total line at the bottom. So Mia can ask, how many lines across all my markdown notes, and get the answer in a single command. And if she wants them sorted smallest to largest, just pipe it through sort nay, a tiny preview of the combo coming up in lesson 45. Now let's see this in action with a real scenario. Mia's running a web server and she needs three quick stats from today's access log. First question, how many requests total? WC laccess.log gives her 48,291. Second, how many 404 errors? She greps for 404 and pipes into WCL getting 127, a healthy 0.25% error rate. Third, how many unique visitors? She cuts the first field, pipes through sort U to dedupe, then WCL counts them, 3,014. Three real questions answered in three short pipelines. But before Mia gets too comfortable, there are two traps worth knowing. First, when you pass a file name directly, like wcllog.ext, the output includes the file name alongside the number. So if a script captures that into a variable, it gets 48291log.ext, not a clean number, and any math on it breaks. The fix? Pipe it in with cat, or redirect with the less than sign. Both strip the file name out. The second trap is subtler. WCL counts new line characters, not visible lines. A file ending without a final new line will read one short. Usually invisible, but it explains those mysterious off-by-one bugs in scripts. With those traps out of the way, let's look at where WC really shines, at the end of a pipeline. Three partners come up again and again. grep plus WC, LE answers, how many matches? Think counting errors in a log. Sort-U plus WC, LE answers, how many unique values? Perfect for counting distinct IP addresses. And LS piped into WCL gives Mia a quick file count for any directory. Filter, dedupe, or list, then count. That's the pattern. Time for Mia to put this into practice with 3 safe read-only exercises. First, ls car piped into body wcl, one number telling her how many visible items live in her home directory. Second, psu user piped into wcl accounts her own processes. Just remember the header line inflates the total slightly, so try no headers for a clean figure. And third, wcl, etc. passud reveals how many user accounts exist on the system. 3 commands, 3 real diagnostic answers. And that's a wrap on WC. Counting is officially handled. Lines, words, bytes, and the universal pattern of piping anything into WCL to get a number. Mia now has a one-liner for every how many question that comes her way. Next up is the Stage 09 finale, Sort, the order tool that arranges output alphabetically, numerically, or by human-readable size. After that, Stage 10 brings tar, zip, history, clear, and the final capstone. See you in Lesson 45.